Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. I'm the local business marketing, training, and support specialist for Builderall. In this video, I'm going to walk you through placing your first Facebook ad. A major benefit of Facebook advertising is its ability to reach your exact audience. Facebook is the most targeted form of advertising. You can advertise to people by age, interest, behavior, and location. If you really know your customers, you can use Facebook advertising to engage with them. However, if you've never run an ad before, this can be quite a challenge. But Builderall makes this really simple by providing a sales funnel, exact audience to target, and even the ad copy we need to get their attention. This can all be found in the funnel showcase. So let's jump in and see what our options are so we can get started placing our first Facebook ad. To access the funnel showcase, you simply need to click affiliates, and then on the left-hand side, you'll see funnel showcase. We have lots of options here. So let's go ahead and choose one and get started. For this example, we'll go ahead and choose the landscaper funnel. So to view the funnel, we can click this button here. So what we're going to do with this funnel is target landscapers. And the lead magnet for this funnel, meaning the value that we're going to offer them, is their own sales funnel. Now this is a great way to get leads for Builderall because what happens is they enter their information here to access the funnel, and it creates a free Builderall account and transfers this funnel into their Cheetah app. So they're going to get the opt-in page, the email confirmation page, and then they're also going to get the thank you page. This is all done for them, so it's really a great value. Let's see what else that we have in the funnel showcase for this funnel. If you look here, we have the ad description. So they even show us exactly what type of ad we need to run, the location, the age and gender, some target demographics to focus on, the main text we're going to use, the title, and the description. So we have everything we need to create an ad. We even have the social media content for our ad copy. So let's go ahead and download that now. And we'll come back to that in just a few minutes because the first thing that we need to do is get access to the funnel. So to do that, we can go on the left-hand side to the funnel club. And since this is a niche funnel, we're going to go ahead and click niche funnels. And let's scroll down until we find our funnel. Okay, so here's our landscaper funnel. Now, I do have a domain connected to all of my Builderall funnels. It's visionmarketingtools.com. So since I have a domain already connected, you'll see that all of these funnels have my domain after them. The name of the funnel is actually the subdomain. So you will not be able to get your ads approved if you do not have a domain connected to your funnel. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to start running Facebook ads using these funnels, to go ahead and connect a domain. And if you don't have one connected, it will automatically prompt you as soon as you access any of the funnels. And Builderall even makes purchasing a domain super simple. You can do it in the platform. It will prompt you as soon as you access any of the funnels to give you the option to connect a domain. So since I already have my domain connected, I'm going to go ahead and just use this as is. You can download the funnel and customize it any way you wish, but for this purpose, let's go ahead and just use the funnel that's already created. You see we have some tracking tags here, so if we wanted to add any other tags aside from the landscaper tag, we could add that here and then just click save. And you also see that we have a field here that says tracking pixel script and tracking success pixel script. We're going to talk about that in just a minute because we need to actually create the pixel to get this information. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. Let's go ahead and enter my Facebook Business Manager. You'll see that I have 3 Business Manager accounts, okay? One of them is personal, and then I have 2 Business Manager accounts in addition to that. You will need to create an additional Business Manager account if all you have is your personal ad account. And that is because there are extra options available for a Business Manager account. So you need to have that second account to get access to those options, such as being able to share audiences with another business manager account, as well as you want to create that and start building up your pixel on that account. That way, if you ever want to outsource your ads, you can easily do that by giving someone access to that account, but you don't have that option in a personal account. So let's go ahead and we want to go up here to Business Manager, and we want to click on Events Manager. Now, if you don't have Events Manager in the shortcuts, you can simply click here to access it, but this is going to be your most used options that will show up here, so everyone's will look different. So however you access it, whether it's here or in your shortcuts, go ahead and click on Events Manager. And we want to go over here to connect data sources. So we have three options here. We can connect your website to share activity that occurs online, including view content, add to cart, and purchases. You can connect your app to share activity that occurs in your app, including installs and purchases. And you can even connect your offline information to send activity that occurs in stores or anywhere that is not on the web. For this purpose, we're going to go ahead and choose the web and get started. Now we need to select a connection method. So we can send web events and parameters directly from your server using an API, which is a little bit more advanced, or we can use a Facebook pixel to send web events and parameters through the web browsers your customer uses when interacting with your website. So that's the option we're going to choose today. So you can just select Facebook pixel and click on connect. Now we need to name our pixel. So since we're using the landscaper funnel, let's go ahead and just call this landscaper funnel, and we want to paste the URL of our website here. So to get that, we just need to go back to our funnel here, and we'll just click copy, and then go back to our manager, and then Control V to paste. So let's go ahead and click continue. And now we have two options to install the pixel code. So it says select the best method for adding the pixel code to your site based on how the website was built, what kind of access you have to the code, and your technical support. So if you're using a website like Squarespace, WordPress, Shopify, and others, you don't often get the opportunity to do this yourself, and sometimes it can be quite complicated, but Builderall makes this super simple for us to use. So let's go ahead and just install code manually. So now we have our pixel code here, and to copy this code, all we need to do is click the green button to copy the code. And now you see step 2 is to paste the base code to the website. So let's go back to our funnel, and you see this box here, that's where we want to paste our pixel code. So I want to edit this, so I need to click edit, and then here is where I'm going to paste my pixel code, and then click save. So you can see there's another option here where we can install a code to tell Facebook Business Manager what we consider a lead. So in this funnel, they're going to receive the opt-in page, the confirm your email page, and then the thank you page. And our thank you page is what we want to be considered our lead or our conversion. So that's what we want to track, because to us, that's a true lead. So our thank you page is going to be our lead. Now you can install a code. Codes can be quite overwhelming and confusing. So I want to show you a different way that we can use the Events Manager to actually make this easier than trying to install the code. So let's go ahead and go back to our Facebook Business Manager, and we just want to click continue. So we have the option here. We can do automatic advanced matching. If you want Facebook to use the information that your customers have already provided to your business, such as their email addresses or phone numbers, to match your website visitors to people who are on Facebook. This can help you attribute more conversions to your Facebook ads on Facebook and reach more people through remarketing. So you can toggle this on or off. It's your choice, but I do recommend to keep it on. And we'll go ahead and click continue. And here's where we can track events like leads using the events setup tool without having to install a code. If you wanted to install the code, you could simply do that by clicking install events using codes. However, for today's demonstration, I want to show you how easy it is just to use the events setup tool. So let's go ahead and click open event setup tool. So the first thing we need to do is enter the website URL. So to get that, we just want to go back to our funnel and click copy, go back to our business manager, click in the box, and then we can click Control V to paste and then enter. So now we have this window here, which is the Facebook Events Setup tool. So this lets you know that your pixel is installed and it's reading it, but it's asking us, what do you want us to call this page? So I like to track this URL as a view content, but you can choose any of these options here as an event. So you can add to cart, initiate checkout, lead, purchase. You can use any of these options here. But like I said, I just like to do view content because really once they've reached this page, this is all they've done. So let's go ahead and click confirm. But now we need to track our lead. So the way we can do that is go back here. We want to just copy this URL, go back to our Facebook Business Manager, and now we just need to click Control V and paste the new URL here. So now you see on this URL, since we're still in that domain, we can track this URL as a lead. So we just want to click lead here and click confirm. So now we have completely set up our Facebook pixel to track our leads for our ad. Okay, so we just want to click finish setup, and then we'll finish again. And now we are ready to place our ad. So let's go ahead. We want to refresh this screen here. So let's go ahead and create an ad. And now we have some options. So what is our campaign objective? The very first question that we get asked. So let's go back to our funnel showcase. Let's go find our funnel for the landscaper. And we'll click on add description. So you'll see the very first question, conversions. So let's go back now that we know we want a conversion, and then we want to click continue. And we'll just go ahead and name this ad landscaper. And here we can select special ad categories. So if our ad had something related to credit, employment, housing, or social issues, we would want to toggle that on because there's certain criteria that your ad has to meet to be approved. Since we're not worried about any of that, we can just leave that off. We can select the buying type of our ad. We just want to leave that as auction, and the campaign objective we've already chosen. We're not going to worry about A/B testing. That's again a little bit more advanced. Here we can choose our daily budget for our ad. I like to start at about $10 for at least 3 days to test it out and see how our ad is converting. Is the ad copy getting clicked on? Those are some things that you want to look for in the first 3 days. If it's not successful at all, you definitely want to reevaluate your ad, do more testing. There's lots of things that you can do, but just to get started, let's go ahead and just choose an ad budget daily of $10. You can also choose a lifetime budget. So if you're just really nervous about running ads and you say, I only want to spend $50 no matter what, then you can choose that and then set your limit there. Let's go ahead and click next, and we can name our ad set. And then here is where we need to select our conversion event. So we're using our website, but remember we did talk about we could use the app. You can also use Messenger or WhatsApp, but we just want to track this with our pixels. So now we just need to select our pixel that we just created. We called Landscaper Funnel. And now we need to set our conversion event, which remember we called lead. Now we can set the time that we want to start our ad. I always recommend starting your ad after midnight because what Facebook does is if you set your budget to $10 a day and it's 8 p.m. and you have until midnight and then your ad is approved, it's going to hurry up and try to spend your $10 even if the audience is not the best. So to get the best quality of your ad spend, you want to start after midnight. So we'll just go ahead and choose 12:01 a.m. And we'll choose tomorrow because that will be after midnight. And we can set an end date here, or we can just choose to keep it running. You have some options here. You can set ad limits. So if you wanted to keep it running, but you didn't want to spend more than $50, you could set that here. Now we need to choose our audience, okay? And to do that, we just need to go back to our funnel showcase. And here we have our audience, okay? So we have the USA, ages 25 to 60, and all genders. Let's go back here. So we have the United States, And let's go ahead and set the age to 25 to 60. Let's change this here. And we'll just add 60 here. So now we need to choose the demographics that we want to use. So since we already have that here, let's just start going down the list. So the interests that we want to include would be hobbies and activities, and then the sub-interest would be home and garden, and then gardening. So let's go back to our ad here, and let's just type in gardening. And let's choose the one that says interests. And then we'll just copy landscape architecture. We will paste that here. And let's look for the interests. Go back here to garden design. Paste that here. Oops. And enter. And then we want to choose garden. So we'll paste that here, and we want to make sure that we're choosing the one that's interest, because if we chose this one, this would be for people that chose their employer being called the garden. So we want to make sure that we're not targeting these people here, okay? So make sure that you're choosing garden interests. And then we have one more, so landscape. And we'll go ahead and paste that here and choose the interests. Okay, so now that we have our audience chosen, we want to choose the placement for our ad. Now, Facebook loves to spend your money. So if you want to let them choose where your ad is going to be placed, they're going to place it everywhere, and it may not be the most productive place to run your ad. So I always recommend choosing manual placement, and audience network and messenger, not very productive. You'll have a larger cost per click and a larger cost per lead if you choose all of the audiences. So I really recommend just sticking to the Facebook news feed and then Instagram feed. So we'll go ahead and just uncheck these boxes here. And you'll see this warning here. It says removing audience network as a placement may increase your cost per conversion. Select audience network to show ads to your target audience off of Facebook. So anytime that Facebook says they recommend something, or Google Ads, they say they recommend something, you can pretty much guarantee it will be the most expensive option, okay? So ignore this and just know that if you're getting a warning sign like this that says, hey, this may not be the most cost efficient, you can pretty much guarantee that you've made a great decision. Over here, you can see that each day, or this is based on a 7-day click and 1-day view of conversion window, we should be reaching this many people and then having this many conversions, okay? Now that we have our audience chosen, let's go ahead and just click next. And now we need to choose the page that we want this ad to run on. Now, since I chose landscaper, it automatically chose Bartlett Lawn Care, which is my lawn care company, as this ad here. And I don't have an Instagram account connected. So let's go ahead and we'll run this on my personal page because I do have an Instagram account. We'll select my Instagram account. And now we need to create our ad copy. Now, as I showed you before, Builderall has provided the ad copy for us. So let's go ahead and access that now. And we just want to extract all. And you'll see here we have a Facebook story or Instagram story ad, and we also have the post. We just want to use the post. So let's go ahead and minimize that for now so that we can upload it now that it's extracted. So our ad is just going to be a single image. So we're going to keep this selected here, and we want to click on Add Media. So it's going to be an image. So we'll select image and then upload, go to our folder, choose our post and open. And now we'll continue. And now we need some primary text. So let's go back to the funnel showcase, and you'll see here we have the main text. So let's just copy this, go back to our Facebook Manager and paste. Now we need a headline. So let's just go with what they say in the funnel showcase. Go back to our ad, we'll paste that in there. And here's our description. So we'll just copy again. go back to our ad. And there we go. So now you can see we have our text up here, we have our image, we have our headline here, and now we just need to paste the website URL. So to get that, let's just go back here to the funnel showcase, go to the funnel club where our niche funnels are, scroll down till we find our funnel, and we just want to copy the URL, go back to our Facebook Business Manager and paste. Now, you do have the option here to change the display link. This confuses a lot of people. If you use link shorteners to track your ad and how many times it was clicked, which is a great idea, you can paste that in the website URL and then put your actual website here so it doesn't look like a link shortener here. You can change the call to action. So if you wanted it to be apply now, book now, contact us, any of these, I prefer to just keep it as learn more, and we don't need to worry about the branded content. And you see we have our pixels selected. Our offline events are always going to be my business here. And you can see that we have an error up here. That's because in this account, I don't have a payment method stored. So it's not going to let me actually publish and have the ad reviewed. But to do that, the final step of placing this ad, we would just click publish. So once our ad is approved, it'll start running and we'll be getting leads for our very first Facebook ad. I hope this is enough for you to follow along and start creating your Facebook ads today, and go build it with Builderall.